Hello family and welcome new viewers. In this video, a sister in Christ had a vision like many other believers like yourself on this channel. Stay to the end and share with non-believers alike for the message to read them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I know this is not a normal video of me, instead of dancing videos. I'm just gonna share my testimony and my vision of when I saw Jesus and when I saw Judgment Day. Stay with me now because I have ADHD, so I might go off topic a lot. But basically, it was my junior year, well, incoming senior year, that summer between junior year and senior year. And I just remember me working a lot. I worked at a job, and then I had soccer and cheer. I had practice like almost every day of soccer, cheer like 2 times a week, and then I would be working constantly. So I was always moving around during that summertime. So basically, I remember coming back during that summer. I remember being very like depressed, not really depressed, but like felt lonely because that was like after I went through a breakup, and I just remember like me straying away from Jesus. I was constantly busy, wasn't really thinking about Jesus that much. I still constantly went to church on the Sunday mornings, but I feel like when I went to church, I wasn't fully aware, and I took notes, but I wasn't really trying to listen as much as I should have. I remember this one day, I had cheer practice in the morning, went straight to work, and then after work, I went straight to soccer. I remember coming back home being so exhausted. Every time I'm off of practice or whatever, I just lay on the floor. And I remember my mom, she would always watch YouTube videos of testimonies and pastors in the living room. And I remember she would always constantly be like, Brianna, come watch this with me. Like, not even just me, my brother. They're like, guys, like, you know, I was like, Mom, like, I don't want to watch that. No, I have other things to do. And I would just constantly say no. I remember that night coming back from soccer, I remember going in the living room, laying down. I was like, okay, fine. I gave in to watch this testimony. I'm going to link the testimony. It's on YouTube. You can search it up. I'm going to like post the title so you can watch it if you want to. I'm pretty sure most of you guys probably have seen it. But basically, I remember laying down, and it was this guy. He was basically explaining his dream of his vision that God gave him on Judgment Day. He was talking about constantly how he was like, God, if you're real, you would show me. And because I think in the video, he like something was going on in his life, so he didn't really like wasn't believing like God was real. He was like blaming God or stuff, but he was like, God, if you're real, show me. And I remember in that YouTube video, he was explaining his dream. And it was in the YouTube video, it was giving like perspectives on his dream and like visions of like what he was describing. And so I remember watching it, and I was like, wow, like that's crazy, like how God can just give us visions like that. Like it was so crazy how he explained it detail by detail. I was like, okay, wow. Like it made me get real serious about Judgment Day. So I remember watching that video and being like, wow, and just thinking about it, took a shower, whatever, went to bed. Fell asleep, and I remember going to sleep and getting the exact same dream. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I remember basically all these people. So basically, I'm asleep, and I remember waking up, and I'm just like in a spiritual, like I can only see my soul. I can't see my flesh. I can't see anything. I could just see my clear soul. And in my clear soul, it's just we have these little hearts. Sorry, not hearts, but souls. Basically, I remember just like it's like an out-of-body experience. Like I don't know if any of you guys had this, but like I'm talking out-of-body. Like I remember seeing my actual body in my bed, but me waking up and see my soul. Then all of a sudden, I'm at this different location, and all I see is like blue, like straight just blue. Like I can tell it kind of looks like we're floating, but I remember just being in a line. And I look forward, and there's like thousands of people straight ahead and thousands of people straight back. And I remember looking down, looking at my hands, and I can see everything. And I'm moving my head. No one else is moving other than me. I'm the only one that can move. And I remember looking straight ahead, and all I see is this white glare. And I'm hearing this shh like noise. I'm like, what is going on? And in that moment, I was like, wow, it's Judgment Day. It's Judgment Day. I was like, it's Judgment Day right now. Because after I was watching that testimony, I was like, this is real, because I truly believe that testimony and how he saw Judgment Day. So I was like, oh my goodness. And I was freaking out because I was like, I didn't reach enough people. I didn't do this, I didn't do that. I was like, Jesus is never going to forgive me. And I was like, I haven't been on my A game about Jesus or nothing like that. I said, I'm going straight to hell. I like truly believe, like, yes, I've been saved. I got baptized the first time on my birthday, like when I was like 10. But I was like, in that moment of time, what I was doing, it was not right. And I remember hearing this, and then the line gets shorter, and then I'm hearing more clear noises of the noise, and I hear this like voice, and I hear, "Depart from me, I don't know you." And then this portal like opens on the right side. And all you hear, like, whenever the portal opens, all I'm hearing is screaming noise. And then he makes the person go straight in the portal, and I just knew that was hell. And then I hear him say a couple times, well done, my good and faithful servant. And then he opens this other portal, and all you see is like this staircase. And I'm like, wow, that's heaven. So the line is getting shorter and shorter, and I'm just freaking out, and I'm looking around, and I can't talk to anybody because nobody's like can't move or do anything that what I can do. And the line gets shorter and shorter, and then there's like two people in front of me, and I can see Jesus right now. And I remember I was next in line. Right whenever I was next in line, I wake up. I wake up from this dream, and I look ahead, and I just see Jesus, like straight Jesus on my wall. And we're just staring at each other. He's not saying anything, but in my heart, in my head, I knew that he was talking to me like, Brianna, this is your chance to be faithful to me, to get closer to me, and just share the gospel. So after that moment, I knew, like, Brianna, it's your time to change. Like, he's giving you a chance. Like, you need to do what you're called to do and spread the word. So after that night, I was like, wow, I haven't shared this to anybody, and God has been telling me, like, today, like, especially, like, after seeing a lot of TikToks of people sharing their testimonies, I just knew in my heart that God wants me to share this. And I don't care who sees it. One person can see it, they have the seed is planted. Like, I don't care how many views this gets, because I just felt in my heart, I knew that it was my time to share this word. So after that dream, that's when I started FCA at Harrison High School, my high school senior year. I started that group. I led it every Friday. I got baptized again in September. Let me think. I also was trying to spread Jesus more on my Snapchat, Instagram, or whatever it was. I didn't care what it saw. I just knew, like, and I kept praying more and just reading the word more. And I feel like God is really speaking to me. And if he can speak to me, this is your sign to share your testimony, because no matter what you're going through or whatever, just know that Jesus is there for you no matter what. And I'm just very grateful that he's in my life, because spiritual warfare is no joke. Like, I'm going through that right now, but I know at least I can look up to someone during this moment of time, and so can you. So praying for each one of you guys. I love you, but Jesus loves you more.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never failed me all my days.